Painted on the wall of a monastery in northern Italy in 1498, The Last Supper is the work of Leonardo da Vinci. And one mark of da Vinci's genius is how his paintings convey a narrative. They tell stories. And this one seems to welcome us into the scene, into action already in progress, portraying the moment just after Jesus has said, "Very truly, I tell you, one of you is going to betray me." And his words send shockwaves down the table. Bartholomew jumps to his feet. Matthew is incredulous. John is crestfallen. James is taken aback. And Judas, the betrayer himself, clutches the money bag while no one's paying attention. Meanwhile, Jesus calmly reaches for the bread. While many artists have tried to depict this momentous meal, Da Vinci's rendition transcends the rest. It is truly a masterpiece. But it's always been under assault, and not by critics. Within 150 years, it was so faded that the monks thought it was acceptable to punch a doorway through the wall on which it was painted, and they cut off the feet of Jesus. During the French Revolution, the room was converted to a stable, and Napoleon's troops threw rocks at the apostles. A few years later, a flood covered the work in mold, and during World War II, bombs destroyed most of the monastery, but still, through war and flood and vandalism, Da Vinci's masterpiece survived. And its story echoes that of another masterpiece. Because at the Last Supper, Jesus commissioned his followers to make a masterpiece, one that would transcend all others, when he told them, "A new commandment I give you. Love one another." And this masterpiece of love would come to be known as the church. But Jesus' commandment, his vision, his masterpiece, has always been under assault. By war, politics, and persecution, by dangerous doctrines and dogmas, but the greatest threat of all has always been us. Our brokenness. When Da Vinci painted The Last Supper, he used a new, highly experimental mixture of paint. Unfortunately, his materials were fatally flawed. Within 20 years, his masterpiece was flaking off the walls. Da Vinci couldn't have known, or else he never would have used those materials. But at the Last Supper, Jesus was surrounded by those who would betray him, deny him, and desert him. The materials that he would use to make his masterpiece were fatally flawed. And he knew it. He knew that his friends would betray him. He knew that I would betray him. Knew that I would let him down. He knew that I would sometimes see his wide open arms and walk the other way. He knew that I would break his heart again and again. He knew that he would have to die so that all of my wrong could be made right. And he reached for the bread. He invites our flaws into his masterpiece. Unfortunately, Da Vinci's painting has only continued to deteriorate. But hidden within is a hint as to why Jesus' masterpiece will endure forever. Every line of perspective in Da Vinci's painting points to Jesus. Jesus is at the center of Da Vinci's masterpiece. And when Jesus is at the center of our hearts, when he's at the center of our church, our lives and our world can be repainted in hues of hope and restoration, can be made into a masterpiece. As we enter into communion, take these moments to Ask Jesus to be the center of your heart and your life. Ask him to be the center of your purpose. Because while we may approach the communion table as flawed material, Jesus intends to make a masterpiece.
I've got flaws as big as the ocean, but ain't it just like you to write your will through the lost, the proud and the broken? 'Cause there's none too broken for you. There are no limits for how you You're gonna build your church. You're gonna build your church with or without me. With or without me. I can run away from the calling, but ain't it just like you to cause a storm to bring me down to my knees, so the world would know your power. And there are no limits for how you will move. And you're gonna build your church. You're gonna build your church with or without me. With or without me. Oh, you're gonna build your church. You're gonna build your church with or without me. With or without me. And I wanna be with you, with you. Oh, I wanna be with you. Please let me be with you, with you. Let me be with you, yes. Oh, I wanna be with you, with you. Oh, let me be with you. I wanna be with you, with you. Oh, let me be with you. 'Cause you're gonna build your church. You're gonna build your church. Let me be with you. Oh, let me be with you. And you're gonna build your church. Yes, you're gonna build your church. And let me be with you. Oh, let me be with you. Let me be with you. Let me be with you. Sing it with me, church. Let me be with you. Sing it out. Let me be. That's right. Sing it again. Let me be with you. Let me be